Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. Let me straighten some things up here. There we go. That's better. That's better. I hope you guys are doing well. Take a swig of water. Oh my gosh. I have not been back to my desk since I made these cards. When was that? Thursday? Yeah, I haven't been back here since Thursday, so I've still got old projects sitting on my desk. That is real life. Sometimes when it comes to crafting, all I get are these lives, and that's all I get all week. That can happen. But I'm real excited to be with y'all here this morning. Oh my goodness. Let me just start off with we went to homecoming last night. And it was fun. You know, I know that they usually like try to play teams that they're more likely to win against, but it was a complete blowout. Like we left in the third quarter and it was like 59-0 or something. Our team winning. I feel really bad for the other team. But anyways, I want to show you guys some of the moms. Oh my goodness. You know, part of the reason I went was for the moms, right? Okay, so this one's at a distance. And you're like, what is that on that girl? Oh, yes, y'all. This is how we do it in Texas. I feel fine blowing this up because her face is totally blurry. But look at that mom. I mean, they were like chest plates. Okay, I thought my mom when I was in high school was ridiculously large. Oh no, girlfriend. Oh no. These were like chest plates and the girls were having fun and I'm happy for them, right? Like you go, girlfriend. I love it. I love it. So let me get to another one. I don't want to expose any kids' faces here, but I want you to see these moms. So check out, see that mom right there? That's a mom. Like that's her hand, a real life hand, not a doll hand. And then that's her mom. Oh my gosh, I'm not making fun of it. I knew I had a feeling based on some things I had seen that it had gotten a little out of hand. I'm here to report firsthand accounts that yes, it has gotten out of hand. We had a good time. We had a really good time. I hope you guys had a good week, the last, Good Friday, and that you're ready to hang out with me today and we'll have some fun. Let me jump in my own chat. See, I got here early. I sure did. So now that we've seen the moms, this was my last project that I did on Thursday with you guys. We only had like supposedly 30 minutes to craft, but I ran over because that's how it goes. Zane, first one here. Good morning. Hi, Norma. Hey, Beth. Hi, Nikki Jane. Beth, I gotta have you on again. I miss you. It was a blowout, an absolute blowout. Hey, Norma. Only in Texas. Yeah, my husband asked, do they do this everywhere or is this a Texas thing? And I said, well, I mean, I think the gargantuan mom is definitely a Texas thing, but I don't know if moms are just a Texas thing. You guys will have to let me know because, I don't know. I went to school in Texas. I live in Texas. So I have a limited worldview when it comes to high school adornments for homecoming. Oh man, you guys. I forgot to turn in my craft roulette picture. I got too busy. And Paula Rice even emailed me. All of y'all told me to do it, and I got too busy. But this was my craft roulette card, and it's a box card because it was supposed to be a fun fold. It was birthday party colors. It was Maggie Smith, which is one of the coolest parameters ever, and then spiral. Do you want the video? Because yes, I recorded a video too. Did I release it? No. So you guys just have to let me know if you want to see how I made this. I made it without any dies. Okay, I lied. I used dies for the characters because I had them. These are Colorado company images. And then these back here are Color Me Nordic, the Gummy Pan dies, that piano. See, I got a piano and a spiral staircase. So yeah, y'all just have to let me know if you want to see the video. I just never did the voicemail. Oh my gosh. The voiceover. Your girl has been incredibly busy. I made this for Mary Gunn, and so I need to finish. I really just need to pop it in the mail is what I need to do. But yeah, so I need to send this to her. But if y'all want to see the video, let me know, and I'll still release it. I've got all the footage. I even have it edited. I just didn't have time for the voiceover. It's a lot to do those edited videos. I was talking to Desiree about it the other day, and I was like, I used to run myself into the ground releasing 3 edited videos a week. Oh man, I don't think I'd ever go back to that now that I've done so many lives. I might do 1 or 2 edited videos a week, but I don't think I'd ever do what I used to do. No wonder I was getting burnt out. Well, hello, Nikki Jane. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I need to get yours going. Hi, Esther. Good morning. Well, afternoon to you. I was daydreaming about coming to Berlin the other day. I spent some time in Germany, Stuttgart, Hamburg, Una. I really liked Una a whole lot. I had a friend that lived there, so we spent some time there. And it's just a lovely country, just lovely. So I'd love to, but we didn't make it to Berlin, and I would love to make it to Berlin. Alrighty. Miss Norma, Miss Vicky, how you doing? So are y'all wondering, like, what are we gonna do today? I've spent the entire week in bed with the plague. Ugh. But you're feeling better today. Well, we will send you healing thoughts. We're so glad you're here, Zane. That stuff is gross. I know it went through my house. I had it this summer. I know. Wouldn't that be fun, Esther? I was just daydreaming about coming. Look, I have a traveling spirit. I have a traveling husband, traveling kids. My kids love to travel. And so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Okay? You have to believe it to achieve it, right? All right. So, Bitty Penny, what are we doing today? Get on with it. Jeez. We are going to do craft roulette cards. I watched, if y'all don't know, when I missed the live, I think y'all all know, when I missed the live on Friday night, I usually watch it in the middle of the night or, you know, later in the Friday night, in the middle of the night, or first thing in the morning. So this morning, I watched it first thing. And my friend T was on, who I love and adore. And she did an awesome job. Mary did an awesome job. And it was a lot of fun to watch. And the parameters were cool too. So we're going to try to make 3. Maybe. Okay. I'm so torn. We'll see where this goes. I could squirrel on everyone at some point and do something else. Like I've really been wanting to make these file folder junk journals again, but that's just completely different I don't know. Let's say that I'm gonna, but let's just start with a craft roulette card. And then I'm gonna make myself submit it when this video is over. Cheryl, I haven't had a chance to make it to the post office yet, but I do plan on going today. So thank you. I did get a notification yesterday that I had something there. So yay, it's there. I got the email. Okay, so, and thank you so much. And I have your package. It's not packaged up yet, but I have, let me show you what I'm sending. Because I don't think you've seen it. We just talked about it. It's this not too shabby kit that was, I don't think I have the dies. If I do have the dies, if I run into them in my craft room, I'll send them to you. But I'm going to send you this not too shabby stamp set, the stencil, and the ephemera, and the paper pack, the Pampered Pooch. If y'all didn't know, Cheryl does dog grooming. And I played with this and I made cards for my dog groomer, and then I'm done with it. So I'm going to send it to you. You could make, Cheryl, like little cards, just like little 3x3s with that stuff for your customers. Wouldn't that be adorable? Oh my gosh. You could, who knows what you could come up with. By the way, guys, Cheryl just started a channel. She already has 5 videos up. Well, that was yesterday when I was looking. Who knows how many she has now. So definitely check her out. Okay, craft roulette. What was I gonna do? Oh man. Something happened to one of my boxes that I keep my dies in. That's not too good. All right, let's see. I really should have prepared. I should have prepared better, you guys, because I'm thinking of all these things that I want to do and I don't know where any of the stuff is. So sometimes, I mean, I kind of know where everything is, except for my dies. My dies are on my list, like ever since I cleaned my craft room, of things to organize. My dies are not organized at all right now. All right. So the parameters, a square project, the dairy aisle, leaves, and hexagon. Like, I like all of those. I've got lots of ideas swimming in my head. So let's just do this thing. Here's some leaves. There's something I want to put with these leaves. I'm going to have to BRB. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. See, that was fast. T's here, T. You did so good. I enjoyed the whole episode. I started my morning. I started it before I even got out of bed. It's honestly kind of fun on a Saturday morning if I miss craft roulette on a Friday night. Sometimes on Saturday morning, I'll just wake up and my iPad's there with me already. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you. And then I go get my iPad. No, honey, it's already there. So I grab my iPad. And then I just lay in bed and watch craft roulette and start my Saturday morning that way. So if you can't be there on a Friday night, let me tell you, Saturday morning is a good good replay time. Just stay in bed and watch craft roulette. It's a tried and true thing for me ever since our Friday nights got so busy. Okay, with school stuff and things like that. Alrighty, so I have these dies that are these butterflies that I've never used. Because honestly, I just got these, but they're not new to Tim. They've been around a while and I just love them. So I want to use them. I've got Desiree's leaves. Okay, there is a craft roulette book that you can get where you can kind of like brainstorm the parameters and do all that. I just had a scrap of paper. It was actually a calendar, someone's calendar. So anyways, leaves. I have so many ideas for cards using these parameters, and I just needed a note there. Okay, I may have to get up from my desk quite a few times today. Hey, Des. Hi, Angie. Hey, Di. Good to see you all. How are y'all doing? Okay. So like, I'm thinking like leaves, like an actual leaf, but for leaves, I'm also thinking like leaves of paper. So yeah, I've got different cards swimming around in my head. This will be our warm-up card. And then also I might just make a little journal. Like, who knows? All I know is I have to take my kids shopping today. They don't want to just go shopping. They want to go to the mall. I'm in trouble. Oh, and my son wants me to take him to James Avery. I'm in so much trouble. Okay. Let's see. Like I said, I'm going to have to get up and down from my chair a bit today to grab things. I'm looking for hexagons. I know I have them. See, I'm telling y'all, it's a little bit of a chaotic mess today. Just buckle up, Buttercup. I might just have to, I don't know. I've got some hexagon stencils. I might, if I can find that. Let me see if I can even find that. It's hilarious. Well, to me anyways, that the two things I still need to organize in my craft room are my dies and my stencils. Both of those are wildly unkept. They're in boxes and that's it. There is no actual organization. Bitty Penny was talking about budgeting. I like budgeting. I see it as telling your money what to do. Yeah. Okay, so I've told y'all this before, but hey, not everyone's heard all my stories. Or they've heard them 3 times and they're tired of it, but whatever. When my husband and I were on the Dave Ramsey plan before I found card making, and I used to think, oh my gosh, do people really pay that for stamps? Thousands and thousands of dollars later, we are not out of debt, and I have a craft room. Oh, I'm a Dave Ramsey dropout, y'all. He would be like, she is the example of what not to do, y'all. If Dave Ramsey fired people, I would be fired. Hey, I'm happier though. So can't put a price on that. Let's see. I know, it sounds like she's not even close to the camera. She's not even talking into the camera. I'm not. I've got all my stencils to the side, going through them. I'm not prepared. I need to get organized. All right. Okay. I'm getting closer. Getting closer. Here we go. This may be the worst live ever. It's all right. I'm just a girl in my craft room trying to find things. When is she going to start crafting anyways? That's a good question. Perfectly valid question. Let's see. Why are hexagons so hard today? You guys? Why? Oh my goodness. I thought I'd never find them. I found them. At least something. Jeez Louise. That was bad. Hi, Karen. Hi, Christine. I promise we're going to make something. Oh, if you're sorry about that. All right. Composure. Get it together, woman. Maybe I'll drink some more matcha. Okie dokie. So I've got all kinds of ideas. Butterflies, fairies, and a honey pot, hexagons, leaves. I got all kinds of ideas, you guys, for this. So we'll just get rolling. Dairy aisle. So the Chobani vanilla. I buy a lot of yogurt. My son eats like 2 big tubs a week. No joke. My son is very like health conscious. He only eats like, he doesn't eat carbs. He's like so disciplined, and he's a health nut. Not me. I don't even think these cut. These just emboss, right? What do these do? Do these? I don't think these even cut, y'all. I think these just emboss. Right? There's no cutting blade on that. That is just to emboss. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. It's the only hexagon I can find. I'm not going to kick it. Hexagon piercing. element die set. All right, let's do that. Okay, now that's a different dynamic. But I could, what I was thinking is I might just trace around them. I was thinking of using them like a stencil in a sense. So I have that as an option, or I can actually use them with my die cutting machine and pierce into my project. And then I've got my leaves, and I'm probably gonna pop a little fairy onto it maybe. All right, let's do this. Just do something, Bitty Penny. Just do something. All right. I shall. Hey, Bethany and Natalie and Shay, how are y'all? Isn't that stamp super cute? You can get that, like, it's crazy discounted, like maybe 80% off or something, or 50% with the dies from Colorado Craft Company. Yeah. She's got some amazing deals. If y'all need a budget-friendly shop, place to, you know, pick up some cute stamps, you might go check them out. I did. Got a whole box of stuff. Okay. I'm just thinking. So Chobani is like cream and yellow and brown. And I was thinking about keeping this card very monochromatic. So let's start with that. Yes, and I got mine. I got the stamp in the Craft Roulette goodie bag. Me too. And then I went to Colorado Craft Company after that and bought a whole box of stuff. And I got the dies for it. Yes, I did. Okay. So with all of that in mind, we're going to do like yellow and cream for this card. That'll be really different. But also kind of perfect with the hexagon and the fairies. I think it's kind of perfect. All right, we're making a square card today. I think I'm going to make a 4x4, which is an Ardith kind of card to make. Ardith Percy Rob. And that way it'll fit in an A2 card base. And then I might also make a 6x6. Let's see. I don't know if I can make a 4x4. To be honest, it may just be too small. Like, this is too small. This is not going to work for me. What am I going to do with that? Yeah, too many things to play with to make that work. That's a no. That's a no. You know what? Does the parameter say square card, or does it just say square? I have to actually look that up. I hate to say it, but that yogurt brand is 16 carbs per 3/4 cup. Oh, it's 7 grams. Zane, I'll have to let him know. Honestly, Zane, I've got to start buying his yogurt at Costco because I don't get any. And Costco sells it in 3 containers a pack, so then he can have 2 and I can have 1. Because I'm real funny about food. Like, I'll buy yogurt, but it might take me 3 days to get into it, you know? And I'm not the kind of person, I can't eat the same thing every day. So I change up whatever, my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner every day. It's all different. I can't do repeat. I can't meal prep a bunch of the same food. Okay, I'm just looking on Craft Roulette real quick. So if you ever are wondering, you know, what the parameters are, or you're looking for some parameters, it does say a square card. Okay, I just needed to confirm that. Well, we're doing a bigger square card. Okay. Because I just got to. Got to. All right, I'm doing a 5.5. Check. super late on answering, but Nebraska doesn't do moms. Oh, okay. Is it a South thing? Does does Alabama, do they do moms? Hi, Sandy Peppers. Okay. So, kind of want to going different directions like that. I think. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. I think, you guys, I'm going to emboss these because I kind of want to color them. Give myself some options. I'm going to emboss these for best results. T, I watched something from I learned something from watching you last night about, I mean, I know it, but I don't ever do it. Like when I use my stamp positioning tool, I usually always just position things really kind of wildly. But I was like, why don't I just always bump my page? See, right now I'm not doing it in the best of manners, right? Like even when I put my sticky grid mat down, I didn't put it to the top edge. I really need to start using the edge. I need to start butting things in the corner instead of just using randomly any part of the, because then I never get great results. I always get doubling and I don't get great results because I put my paper in the middle usually. So let me reposition my stamps now. But I remember sometimes you don't, with this particular stamp positioning tool, you might not get great results if it's right up against the edge. So I think that's why I started doing that. And then I just watched T like easily just go boop, pop that in the corner, re-stamp it down. It's such a simple thing, but for a girl who constantly doubles her stamp images, it is a good thing. And Bitty Penny, here in Alabama, we are serious about our moms. They are big. Girl, Karen, I shared some pictures from homecoming last night. The mums were like chest plates. They went across the girl's whole body. It was wild. Fabulous and wild. Oh my goodness. So entertaining. Kids are so entertaining. Okay. Nope, doesn't sound ridiculous. I've had something as small as a handful of walnuts doing that. Gloopy. Oh yeah, see, I don't like regular yogurt too much unless it's mixed with granola and other things. If I'm just gonna eat like a bowl of yogurt with fruit, I want it to be Greek because I like it thick. Oh, by the way, Sparkle Heart was like coming into my craft room when she was getting ready for homecoming last night. And she was like, I'm just looking for your orange ribbon. I was like, I don't think I have any orange ribbon. She's like, you have a big box of ribbon and you don't have any orange because that's our school colors. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I don't. And she took it out to the kitchen. She was like, I am so disappointed. You're going to need to get some orange ribbon, Mom. I had none. None. Oh my gosh. Every other color of the rainbow, no orange. She was disappointed. Aren't these pretty? Okay. let's heat emboss this without me putting my finger in it first. Would be most ideal. Yeah, I saw a girl wearing a mum, like kind of the big one that, what I thought was big anyways, back in the day it was big. I saw a girl wearing that size last night. I was like, oh, well, that's perfectly reasonable. By today's standards. That is perfectly reasonable. Okay, we're going to heat emboss this. I kind of want to do copper, but I'm already tired of looking for things. I've exhausted my willingness to just like search for things. Just looking for a hexagon this morning. It wore me out. Probably wore out all of you too. So that was our big plan for the weekend. We've already done it. Only the kids now want to go to the mall. Oh, brother, I'm in trouble. So I guess we'll also be going to the mall. But to be honest, I've been saving money the past couple of weeks because all I've been doing is working. So we haven't been going places. We haven't been eating out. So it's fine. A shopping trip is okay. And when you have two teenagers, you just have to expect that you're going to have to go to the mall, right? I mean, that's just part of it. All right, let's heat emboss this. Oh, sashes. Yeah, see, Sarah, and hi and welcome. I did a mom 1 year and I didn't like how it was pulling on my outfit and I didn't like wearing it. It was just a nuisance all night long. So the next year I got smart and I was like, look, I'll take a corsage, all right? I saw a girl last night. She sat next to us actually, and she was kind of an understated girly, you know, but she had a corsage ring. She had like a mum ring on her hand. And I was like, well, there you go. There you go. Question, has anyone tried the new Penny Black liquid watercolors? Are they different from re-inkers in actual size? That's a great question, Zane. I don't know. I did briefly see that Penny Black released liquid watercolors, and then I quickly looked away and said, Biddy Penny, look away. You don't need that. Just run. Run. Because it's not hard to convince me to get something. It's really not difficult for me to convince myself that I need another crafty thing. Honestly, the hardest part is convincing myself that I don't need another crafty thing. Our big plans for the weekend was to go one town over to their grocery store and buy soda because they have the best price. Paula, Vicky, that is real life. I love it. Vicky, we're trying to figure out when we're going to do the Route 66 road trip. And I don't know. I don't know when we're going to do it. But we're going to try to do it this fall. So I'll be in, once I figure it out, I'll be in contact with you. Because I got to come to Elk City. Not helpful, Bitty Penny. I want to know. Yeah, Zane. Keep me posted. Ah. Bethany, how are the babies? Are y'all doing any fall festivals or anything like that? When my kids were young, we used to go to all the festivals, all of them. I'd pull them in wagons, push them in strollers, do whatever it took, wear them. But we were going to go out. My son was so energetic that, you know, we really had to keep him busy. Okay, I think now that that's embossed, I think I will run these through the die cutting machine. With the hexagons on it. Okay, it's gonna be real subtle. Maybe. I really don't know what this is gonna be. It's a mystery. Now here's the only thing. I don't know what kind of sandwich you're supposed to use in this situation. Like a regular sandwich? We're about to find out. If, there it is. Okay, now we're gonna find out. Just tape these down real quick. First 2 weeks of October, but it'd be here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we won't be there then. I'll be working my booty off still, I think, by then. I'm thinking November, Vicki. We're celebrating Thanksgiving a week early, and we're thinking about going up to see my brothers. They don't know this yet, but going up and seeing them for Thanksgiving and then going from there is what I'm thinking. So it might be the week of Thanksgiving, which might be a terrible time to meet up with me. But if that doesn't work, we'll make something else work another time. And then I'm thinking I want to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas for Christmas. My husband wants to go to New York, but that's not in the budget. Oh no, it got dirty. How did it get dirty? That's okay. I was going to distress it anyways. Okay, we've got hexagons. See, they're there. They're just embossed. They're kind of hard to see right now, but that's okay because this whole time I've been thinking I'm going to distress this background. So let's do that. Miss Linda Gorman. You want to do Sam? Yeah, we did Thanksgiving last year at Disney. And it was so much fun. And since our family will be out of town, we're doing it the week before, then maybe I can travel out of town to see my brothers, take my mom with us, go see my brothers, and go to Route 66. This mat is too dirty to be using. I need to wipe it down, or else we're going to get colors we don't want. All right, that's better. See, we don't want all that on our card. Even though I'm distressing it. Okay, I'm going to distress it with brown. And knock back this yellow. Okay, we've got our leaves, we've got our square, we've got our hexagon, and dairy aisle colors. We've already hit all the parameters. Smooth sailing from here. This is where I really wish I could have found my hexagon stencil. It was just nowhere to be found. And I probably have more than one. I mean, chances are good I've got more than one. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so we're going with Chobani colors. I don't buy much from the dairy aisle, to be honest, because my husband's lactose intolerant. I buy my son and I yogurt. My daughter won't touch it. And we buy, you know, margarine, not butter, because of the milk. And then we drink almond milk. So, but me and my son like cheese and yogurt. I'm going to carry this crackle through. This card's going to be wild. I don't even know if it'll turn out to be anything that I want it to be. You just don't know till you try. Oh yeah, that's super wild. Okay. It's not my goal to make wild cards. I just start throwing so many things at it sometimes that's how it turns out. Let's get a different part of the stencil over here. Okay. Miss Shay, how is life in New Mexico? Is life in New Mexico good? You guys, I kind of want to color these leaves with, I was thinking white. And I have these scribble sticks that I never use. This one's sand. Because Chobani yogurt is white and yellow and brown. And so I'm trying to stick to those colors. And I think I just colored outside the lines. It's okay. I did. I colored outside the lines. It's okay. Yeah, I want to use my scribble sticks on the gel plate. After I saw Karen McCoy do that, I was like, ooh, maybe I can start loving my scribble sticks because I really don't use them much. So scribble sticks, in case you're wondering, are a Dina Wakley thing from Ranger. Dina Wakley Media scribble stick. It is acrylic paint. It's not ink. It's not watercolor. It's acrylic paint in stick form. But they found a way to formulate it to where it is water reactive. But it's just really different. So since it's acrylic paint, it is a firmer consistency than like waxed pencils or watercolor pencils, or, you know, a lot of the mediums. Like, it's completely different than a Tim Holtz crayon, which I know I have, but I can't put my finger on it. But it's like completely different than a gelato or a Tim Holtz crayon. It's a completely different beast than all of that. But it is water reactive. But I think it's just water reactive once. I need to test it. I can't remember that for sure. Don't quote me on that. And all these, though these are different leaves from different trees, I'm just keeping them all the same color. Like, what I mean is, I think you can reactivate it with water like once, but then once it dries on your paper, it might be permanent. So let's get this wet. Oh shoot, I wish I had clean water in here. I don't. Oh, see, I was unprepared. Ill prepared. And I got on early just because I was ready to, like, in my head, I was ready to go. I kind of want to get this milky sheen off of the embossed part if I can. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I like it reactivated. I kind of liked it better maybe when it was just scribbled directly on the paper. Let's see if I can take up that part that I didn't need to color. Oh, I did. That's nice. It's like erasing my mess up. Angie, what are you and Jason doing this weekend? Tell them I said hi. I don't think it's baseball season, right? Because it's like football, basketball. Is it? I don't even know if it's basketball time. I don't know sports. The sport of card making. That's what I know. So what I did, you guys, when I was reorganizing my craft room, is I had all these mixed media things. Let me get them out. I made myself a mixed media drawer. So it has all kinds of things in it. Oh, here's the distress crayon. So this is the Tim Holtz distress crayon. It's completely different than the scribble sticks. They're both made by Ranger. There we go. I can say the words. But you know, they're designed by different artists for different purposes and different reasons. Like Dina has her scribble sticks for her kind of creating, and Tim has his distress crayons for his kind of creating, and they are totally different beasts. Anyways, so I made myself this so I'll start using it more. Like, I accidentally bought chalk markers one time. I was trying to buy acrylic markers. So I just put them in my mixed media drawer, and I have it right here with my inks so I can start using these things more. So sometimes when it comes to using our stash, I think the secret really is just like having the things available. So all of those mixed media tools used to be under my desk. I don't look or think about things under my desk. The last time I did that, I got trapped under there. So I need to prime this. So what I did is I got under my desk and I emptied that drawer out and moved all of those mixed media goodies up to the top of my desk. I think I'll watch you do laundry, clean the house, and prepare to teach Sunday school. Oh, that's nice, Angie. That sounds like a really nice day. I mean, minus all of the cleaning and the laundry. It sounds like a really nice day. I've got to fall in love with cleaning again. My best friend came again and she's like, "What are you doing? We need to have a talk." I was like, "Look, what happened was I started cleaning out all my closets. Then I got too busy working and I haven't put everything back together again. It's this is the same best friend who's like, "I just want to come and organize." What had happened was I'm a mess. Okay, that's nice. I wanted something that kind of blended, and it does. But I want to bring out those hexagons. And originally when I got those dies out, I kind of wanted something sketcherly. And so I think this is working for me. I might even color these in. Usually if I say I might do something, it means it's about to happen. Y'all probably figured that out. Yeah, let's color these in. Sonia, Flo, being... Oh, computers. They're so complicated. I mean, they make life better in some ways, and then they make it more complicated in others. I know, Sonia. I kind of have a love-hate with it too, really, honestly. Like, I want to live in an analog world, but it's not an option. So what I'm trying to do is embrace it and see how can the computer do the things I don't want to do for me. How can they automate my life so I have more time to do the things that I want to do? I'm having to change my outlook. Get some paint on there. I have no idea about these markers. Like, I've never used them. You saw I had to prime them right there. They've been in my stash for years, probably 2 years. So I don't know how they'll react to anything, any other medium. Oh my gosh, another thing that the kids are doing. I'm reporting to you all. Reporting back from high school homecoming last night, 2025. They are doing some cool things with their jeans, you guys. I want to get on that train. They are taking acrylic paint markers and customizing their pants, their jeans, like in a big and bold and awesome way. Okay, I like the way this is coming together. What do y'all think? I'm liking it. Okay, we're gonna put a fairy on it. I loved that this one had like a little afro because my kids have afros. And y'all know, we all need representation and diversity. It makes me happy. So, I really love that about this stamp set. So I'm using the little kid with the afro. A little fairy. That would not be the recommended. I recommend you pull your stamps apart, not tear them apart. Okay, so which way do we want this to go? I think I'll put him right there. Okay, let's start with him. So let's stamp him out. Hubbard retires September 30th, says he'll stay retired this time. It's the fourth time he's retired. Hey, like, my mom is a busybody. My mom is in her 70s and she's still substitute teaching because she's a busybody. She needs to leave the house every day. She needs lots of people in her life. And so for her, it's as much pleasure as anything to get out. And she's a community person. Like, she loves serving her community, She spent her whole life serving her community. So I don't know if she'll ever retire fully. I don't know why I just stamped him in Memento and didn't stamp him in VersaFine. I may have made a mistake, but it's just ink and paper. It's just going to make me have to choose like alcohol markers or colored pencils maybe. I prefer to color in my stamped images with watercolor. And this is even watercolor paper. Well, there's another side. Let's just do this the right way. I'm going to stamp them in my VersaFine. And watercolor. Bitty Penny, will you remind us when you're supposed to mail birthday cards to Dr. Shrub? Oh, yeah. Y'all can mail them anytime, and I'll save them for him. His birthday is November 13th. And thank you. I just love that we're going to have this surprise for him. Because he never once has told me, you spend too much. You have too many stamps. You have too much paper. He's never once said, you spend too much time in your craft room. He gives me 100% support to be here with y'all. You got your Happy Mail. Yay. I threw another journal in there for you, Maddie. When you said, oh, I don't have a junk journal, or I've never had one, or I've never made one, I can't remember what you said. You'll remind me. But I said, shoot, let me just put another one in there for her. So I hope you like them. I gave you 2 different kinds, 2 different sizes, and the big one is kind of plain so that you can make it anything you want it to be. So glad you got it. Thank you for all of your support, your kindness, your encouragement, your friendship. I appreciate you. So, sorry it took me so long to get it out. You guys had to wait the longest, and I'm sorry. A big part of that is I simply forgot, and it got lost in my craft room. Because I did a giveaway, and then I cleaned out my entire craft room. And it was like the equivalent of like flipping the table, and just one thing led to another, and suddenly this place was turned upside down. It's still not fully back in order. In fact, I'm about to make another adjustment and furniture change in here tomorrow. So, yeah. Thanks and sorry to you and Alyssa. Oh, I know what's throwing me off. I was like, why is that so black? Because I'm not used to using this watercolor palette on this side of my desk. I'm used to using it on that side of the desk. So I have the colors memorized in a different way. Isn't that funny? Something so simple as putting your palette on the other side of the desk can throw you off. It could throw me off. All right. We're going to give this baby some beautiful brown skin. I'm really having to check my colors here. Okay. I'm just going to do this part for now. And then we'll come back and add in a little more. We're supposed to, oh yeah, okay, we got that one. Send your best friend to my house. Maddie, she could start her whole business, couldn't she? She could be the crafty organizer and start a whole business and go around to people's houses. I'd unlock the door, right? But just don't talk to me about it. Like, I don't want to hear about how bad it looks. I don't want to hear nothing. Just come in. Don't tell me what I need to do or how to do it. Just do it for me. And don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear it. I know. I know. All right. Have you guys ever seen Portrait Artist of the Year or Landscape Artist of the Year? It's a BBC series that's been going on for years and years and years in the UK. It is just divine entertainment. I love it so much. I've been watching it to relax. All right. This little honeybee is so cute. I got some stickers and one of them makes me think of Sparkle Heart. Aww. No, you can send her random, people send Sparkle Heart cards. Absolutely. She used to love it especially when she was little, Angie. You know, she was always like, is that one for me? She'd get all excited. Rhonda would send her a birthday card every year. And yeah, no, she's used to it. She's good with it, believe me. A lot of times when I get boxes, she'll go through them and see if there's anything she wants. So whether you send it to her or not, she may end up with it. I do share. I share. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what color. I mean, obviously these are like honeybee stripes, right? So I guess I'll stick to yellow and stuff. Yeah, we'll do yellow. I'm gonna do every other one. Good morning, Jill Pounds. How are you? I hope you and Johnny are good. Johnny, be good. Now we know why that song was written, don't we? We know the culprit. All right. I think he tries. He really tries. But he's like me. Just born another way, huh? Try to be good, but there's too many options. And some of them are a lot of fun. Like shopping for craft supplies when you have a room full. I think I'm going to leave this real painterly. And let this little dude dry. So for all of you that got this at Paper Ganza, we're finally using it. Yippee! And Ryan, how are you? I'd gotten the gold out because I thought gold. Maybe let's add some gold splatter to this. I don't know what it's going to do, the chalk paint. That should be interesting. We'll find out. Oh, Johnny's here. I thought I was talking behind your back. I mean, I'm glad I'm not, but I didn't realize you were here. I'm getting behind, aren't I? Okay, let me catch up. You are so clean. I should take a page from your book. Oh my gosh, I used to be. I mean, I was raised in a house where everything had a place and nothing was ever really out of place. But I've always been a little bit of a lot of a mess. So there's that. I get a little nervous every time I reach under my desk for something and I'm not looking. Yes, my mom is full extrovert. I think. She's definitely charged by other people, whether it's good or bad. That's another story, but yeah, no, she's definitely charged by others. We're going to do some gold splatter on this. How much? About that much. All right. Okie dokie. This is the cardboard box Tim Holtz sold me. Yep. He could sell me anything, even a cardboard box. Oh, I think our little bee is just going to be so cute on here once it's dry. While it dries, I'll chat with y'all. Should we do another card? Or should we move on to the next project? I don't know. Let's see. I need a card base, so I'm grabbing some paper real quick. Ooh. Ooh, this is an interesting choice. So we're going to make a 6x6 card. I'm going to use this. Look at this. I forgot about it. I got it at Hobby Lobby for $2.99. It's a 12x12 pad with 60 sheets of paper. And one of their clearances that they had. Yolande, I had fun watching you and Di. That was so fun. Oh my gosh, y'all's makes were so cool too. You totally reminded me about like putting fabric through embossing folders. It always looks so cool. Yeah, that was a fun session. It was fun watching y'all do your thing. All right. So let me see. Let me pick a pattern. I think I'm actually going to pick this one. This will be our pattern back here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Still trying not to get anything on my little honeybee because he's drying. He's still really wet. There it is. You can see all the sheen. Yeah, he's got to dry. Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what? Desiree was like, Bitty Penny. We Are Makers has put out another paper trimmer, and she's like, but don't buy the trimmer. I'm telling you this. She's like, you don't need the trimmer, but it looks like it's the same blade as your other trimmer that you haven't been able to find blades for, and I think it is. I think it is the same blade, which makes me very excited because I do love that trimmer. I like this one too, but that other one is definitely my favorite. Only because it has, I like that it's a big 12 by 12. It's all, I don't have to extend a ruler every time. Although I probably need any kind of workout that I can get, even if it's just extending the ruler. And so I don't have to extend the ruler every time. And it has a scoreboard. And I just love that. I just love that trimmer. I used it for years and then I couldn't find blades anymore. And I've been trying to adjust ever since. Yes, Memento. Oh, Memento is water resistant once dry? Really? Let's test that theory. Where's that other piece of paper? We've got stuff to dry anyways. Let's test that theory if I can watercolor with this. Oh, that's not bad. No, that's working. Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought it would not. I know it's good for alcohol markers, which I rarely use. I didn't realize I could use it with my watercolors too. Okay. All right then. I'm putting it to the test and going back over areas. No, it's good. Flo, look at you teaching me things. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, that is awesome. So what do you know? You can use this for watercolor and alcohol markers. I have to retrain my brain now. Let's see if I can even remember that. Okay, the splatter on this still is a little wet. So let me hit this with a little bit of heat. It was fun. What'd you smell, Jill? Taunting us so hard. I can smell it from here. Oh, yeah, oh, that smell. Oh, that one. John's in the kitchen. Cooking up something nice. Oh, there's my mom. I forgot to silence my phone. I'm so rude. Nima! Whoa, 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 whoa. How are you, Nima? Hope you're doing well. Have you used the stamp yet from Paper Ganza? Did you get this in your box? We're finally using it today. This is my craft roulette card, and by golly, I'm going to submit this one. You guys, I'm like 0 for 10 over here. I promise you, I've probably made 10 cards this year I have not submitted. I got to get better. If y'all missed the episode last night, please go watch Tracy and them. Hi. Hi, Shiny Grows. I wish I could create beautiful, tall garden plant tags this winter. Oh, you can do that. Do you want ones to go outside or you want like garden plant tags like to go on your packages? Like what kind are you hoping to make? I have seen some really pretty like copper, well actually I think I even bought some at one point, some copper um like garden markers so you can like label your plants outside. Okay. Just checking the rotation of my paper, my card base, my everything. Let's glue this down. Mostly dry. Aww. Stickles and ribbon and art is now on my desk. Bethany, I don't know if you heard when I was talking about Sparkle Heart was in my craft room last night, digging through my ribbon box. Yeah. And totally disappointed I didn't have orange ribbon. Okay, let me just hit this with the heat gun too. Dear Mama. But he totally missed that I was making breakfast. Oh, I thought you were making trouble and taunting people. What are you making, John? The house across the street's for sale. Ah, don't move here though, because I might move away. Not because you move here, but like I've got that moving bug in me real strong. This girl wants to go. The only thing is I just want to like relocate my craft room. I don't want to move my craft room. I think Norma is going through that. Like if we could just airlift it as is and not actually have to move it, that would be great. Look at me using fussy cutting scissors and it's a mess. Oh no, I don't have my scissors in here. Both pair are gone. Oh, jeez. My kids, you guys. They've come for my scissors. Oh, it was hilarious. The other night, Sparkleheart was like, man, I miss those big red scissors. And I just looked at her, probably glaringly from across the room, and I was like, you mean my big red scissors? Yeah, I miss those too. Those were my original Tim Holtz scissors. I always thought Dr. Shub made it off with them. I'm starting to wonder if Sparkleheart made it off with them because she's the first one besides me to say, boy, I sure miss those. Dr. Shrub used to talk bad about my scissors, say they just look too dangerous and shouldn't be cutting with those kinds of things. Then he used them and he's like, wow, those are pretty good. I'm like, yeah. And then they got lost. I don't know where they are. I don't know who made it off with them or where they went. Gonna have to put a GPS tracking mechanism on all my Tim Holtz shears. All right, we got our little honey bee. All right, but we're not done yet. What are the sentiments in this stamp set? let's celebrate you because it's your birthday. No. Let's see. I still got these out because I haven't been back to my craft desk or put anything away. Oh, be your beautiful self. Never stop exploring. I think we might put a few sentiments on it. What if we did that? We could do that. Let's do it. All right. Be your beautiful self. Never stop exploring. Where is that one? Never stop exploring. Be your beautiful self. Creativity takes courage. Where's creativity takes courage? I know it's in here. I just read it. Creativity takes courage. Yeah, and I want them in that order. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're going to put a few of those on here like that, and we'll call it a day on this card. Finally, an hour later. Okay. And it's a mystery what we're going to make next. Totally. Okay. Saw that. Bethany, I haven't sent yours yet. You and John and Jill are the last two waiting, by the way. But I'll sweeten the pot, so don't worry. All right. Let's stamp these out. I can't see them. I don't know if they're going to be, I might stamp them upside down, but it won't matter because they're just strips of paper. Okay. Yeah, I can't tell which way that one goes. It's too small. But I'm going to stamp them at one time. I just need to separate them a bit more. All right. Do I want to do it on yellow? I think so. That would be different. I usually choose white. Flows like Bethany. Have you heard of those things called locks? Hi, Amy. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Always picking some craft supply up. Yeah, for me. Yeah. I know. Same. Once you start, especially with like junk journals and paper dolls, when you do mixed media, suddenly everything has potential. And it gets harder and harder to let things go because you're like, but that could be something. Debbie J was giving me a hard time about it yesterday because she was here. We went to the Creative Reuse Center. I bought an 8-track. She's like, what are you going to do with an 8-track? And I'm like, I'm going to make this cool 3D collage project. And she reminded me yesterday, she's like, that was 2 years ago, Biddy Penny. Shh, don't tell anybody, Debbie. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. I like it. Never stop exploring. Be your beautiful self, and creativity takes courage. I like it. It fills in the card nicely, I think. A pizza box. Paula Rice. Oh my gosh, Paula, you are so right. You know what, Paula? KYB. I'm going to suppose, and you know, anybody can go and or just go get a drink or something. But you're right. I just need to start submitting my craft roulette cards like as soon as I make them. Like even if I'm still live with all of you guys, because it's ridiculous that I have made at least 10 cards this year and forgotten to submit them. I just get busy and I tell myself, I'll do that later. Oh, I'll do that later. And I never, later never comes until it's too late. And literally yesterday morning, I woke up, not in a panic, but I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Friday. That was my first thought on my brain. I forgot to submit my craft roulette card. First thing I thought of before even getting out of bed, before even saying my prayers. I was like, oh my goodness, I did it again. I forgot to submit my craft roulette card. Look at this cutie. And if you weren't at Paper Ganza and you didn't get them in your swag bag, you can still get them. It's just so cute. There is one other stamp set too that I've had my eye on that is, it goes with these two. It's another little fairy girl and then like some hexagons, which we could have used today, and some other stuff. Now, my only question is, I think I'm gonna have to draw a little bit of a shadow. Or I guess he could be floating. He does have wings, but he's just kind of floating there. I don't have anything anchoring it down. Let's just do a bit of a shadow. That's the easiest thing. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a shadow. And anchor this little guy. Make him look like he's standing there. Okay, you guys, it's viewer choice from here on out. One, I can stop and go away. I'm just grabbing a little more brown. Do we want to keep exploring? Because I have so many ideas for the parameters this week. Do you want more craft roulette cards, or do you want a junk journal? I know what you're thinking. It's not going to be a big one. It's going to be a little one. But that means I have to zoom past a lot of y'all's comments, and I'm sorry about that. I saw one that had my name, though. Hold on. Bitty Penny. Jason wants to know how much time Dr. Shrub spends on his music versus how much time you get to craft. Let's not talk about that. No, he's been catching up. Honestly, I tried to start. Honestly, y'all probably thought I was scheduling my lives for you guys, and that would be smart and sweet. But I was really kind of scheduling my lives so that he could do his music in the mornings, because his studio and my craft room share a wall. And so when he's in there making beats and making music, it gets in my craft room. But I told him, I said, I want you to experience the bliss of early morning crafting, it being the, kind of like with my crafting, but early morning creation like I do. So I'm going to limit my lives so that some mornings you can go in your studio and just do, your own thing. I just had this bit of a leaf kind of hanging out. No, we're going to keep it monochromatic. That is the card. I'm going to leave it. That's it. Never stop exploring. Be your beautiful self. Creativity takes courage. That'll be a happy mail to somebody. I have to go now. Bye. Did she say, I'm sorry, I missed it if she said, functional, oh, gotcha, it sounds like it wouldn't work. Okay, sorry, let me catch up on these. Good question. I want tall plant tags for outside in the garden. I had digging around in the base. Well, I would go with metal, I would think, but metal can rust, so yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Okay, I missed a lot of y'all. Now submit it. All right, Karen. All right, so just get my happy little phone out. I need y'all bossing me around. Take a picture. That'll work. Here, y'all can watch me do it. You go to Craft Roulette Live. Like my phone doesn't know what I'm looking for. Please submit contribution. It's really easy. So this one's the one with Tracy. Okay. Oh, whoops. Why am I submitting as a guest? You can, oh, brother. You can submit as a guest or I'm a member. I'm going to submit as a member. Let me do this part off camera. Y'all don't need to know all that. Only Paula probably wishes she knew how to log in as me. So she could just submit it for me. Okay. Contribute to episode 285. 285, Mary and Steven are working hard, y'all. Go to my photo library, grab that picture. Done. Okay. I'm not doing any extra images. That's not happening. Okay, it's a square card. What else am I going to say about that? Square card. Chobani, vanilla, yogurt. That's my colors. Element, leaves, but they're Zentangle leaves from Desiree. And then random, I've got embossed hexagons. I had fun making this with my friends. By the way, Mary, my phone knows how to spell fun. I'm just saying. I have my phone well trained. It knows how to spell fun. And watching the replay. The replay was a lot of fun. We've got new acronyms. Tracy talked about, you guys, I don't think my numbers, I don't even know what my numbers are. 67 couldn't have, I feel like I think this is number 69. I don't think my numbers, because I know I've submitted 68. I opt out of the giveaway. This girl's got enough. Let somebody else win. I opt out every week. Well, every time I submit. And it's that easy. So what's the hang up? I don't know. I did it. I did it. You can do it too. I did it. I did it. How about you? Yes. Yellow's my favorite color. Yellon. Oh my gosh. And I have a bee. See, this is my little poppet thing on the back of my phone. Yeah. It totally matches my card. It's on theme. Flo lives in Florida. Okay. She does not. I did it. Okay, guys, now you can do it too. It's just that easy, especially if you save your username and password in your phone. Even easier. All right. So what are we going to do? Mary, it was so fun watching y'all. I watched y'all at 5 a.m. this morning. What are we going to do, people? I've got so many more ideas. I can try to make faster cards if we want to keep going with the craft roulette parameters. So put card or journal. It's viewer choice. There's no reason why we can't use some of these parameters in our journals too. We could make a bee journal or, you know, whatever, a leaf. You put leaves of paper in a journal, right? But I'm going to let y'all pick. I've got a card. Flow right out. Well, you know, Flo is along for the ride. I think Flo Rida might be a really good nickname for her because she is fully along for the ride. Journal, journal, journal. Ooh, bee journal sounds fun. Yeah, it does. You are great. You are the best. You try your best and you are the best. See how that works? Okay, we won't be on here too much longer. These are going to be little. These are going to be fun. I am kind of getting back into making my craft fair stuff. And I am going to show y'all how I make one of my like top selling craft fair. I have a video on it. My top selling craft fair journals. All right. Seems like journal 1. Yeah, journal 1. Okay. Let's do it. Where are those file folders? There they are. You can make these out of anything you want, but my top selling journal at a craft fair, I just make with these like manila envelopes, these file folders things. And this is my cover. I have to remember how to do this. I have to go back and watch my own video. It's been a while since I've made these. I'm pretty sure I just cut it right down the middle. It's all coming back to me now. How long is this? Yes, Bertha's from Detroit. Hey, is Bertha here? Did I miss seeing her come in? I love Miss Bertha. Okay. So let's do, I'm going to do just a little over 5.5. And that'll be, I think, just about the middle. Pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. Not exact. I didn't really want to do numbers today. This is not a mathing day. Some days are better than others. This is not a math day. Okay. So when it's not a math day, which is like kind of the perfect day to make a journal. You really don't have to math with journals very much. Oh, I'm making this different. I think I usually cut it. Oh, I think I usually get 4, not 2. Yeah. I think. I'm rusty, you guys, on these. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. No, I do double them up. I get 2 per folder. Okay. And this is my cover, and that makes it more sturdy. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And I don't worry about the fact of where the tab is or who gets a tab and who doesn't on these journals. I just let it go. Okay. So this is our journal. I'm going to stitch in the spine right there. But these little things, as many as I can make and put on my table, I never come home with any. And when I put them on my website, they're the first ones to sell out. So if you want an item like that in your next craft fair, trust. These work. All right. So now I'm going to grab my printables. I see some I already want to use. And I'm going to grab some tea-dyed paper. We're going to make it real simple. I don't spend a lot of time on these because I sell them for like a really good price. So I can't get caught up in spending a whole lot of time on them. But for me in a craft fair, you want to have a variety of items and price points. So there's some tea-dyed paper. And look, you don't have to use tea-dyed paper, you know, and this is tea-dyed paper too, but it's the thin stuff that you get in the big packs. Paper packs usually get like 160 sheets, and the 12 by 12s, because it's thin, it's not cardstock. I tea-dye that. But, you know, if you're not into tea-dyeing, don't stress yourself out. Don't tea-dye. Just use regular paper. I'm going to put one of those back. All right, so now let's take this stuff and make a signature. Okay, I keep the signatures for these really simple. All right, so this should be, let's measure. I need a measure. I don't know if Mary's still here, but I bought this guitar in Kansas City, Missouri. All right, so this, yeah, is just over 5.5, which is cool, by little over 4.25, which is also cool because we can just cut our paper down to 5.5, and then we'll fold it, and it'll be a little short on the inside, but that's okay. You actually want your paper like that. So let's grab some sheets. I'm going to grab 6 sheets of 8.5 by 11. These are really easy, you guys. Diane's just tucked in for the night. She's just tucked in, relaxing. I'm sure she's had a long crafty day. Let's put this trimmer to the test. I don't know if this is going to be successful, but we're going to cut this at 5.5. Nice, that worked. And then that's it. So those are done. Now let's get, so now, John, I hope you got your eyes peeled, buddy. I picked something you're gonna get a giggle out of, and it's not a shark, although I do need to locate my sharks. Okay, so I'm just doing 5.5 because that's the height of our journal. 5.5, or, you know, the height of our paper, of our signature. This trimmer is doing great. I like it. Okay. Sal Storm, how you doing? Yes, okay, look. I've got my eyes set on Ohio. That's okay. Sorry, let me do numbers real quick. We're doing 8.5. Okay. Whew. So 5.5 by 8.5. All right, all right. But yeah. I was joking with Des the other day that, like, my husband's probably going to get tired of me scheduling all of our vacations around my crafty wishes. But then again, I don't think he will, because he's just along for the ride. He's the most easygoing, cool dude ever. So he'll probably be fine with it. I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've always wanted to go there. I know there's so many cool crafters in Ohio and Indiana and all around the whole world. And I want to go meet them. Okay. We've got paper. Plenty of it. This is our paper. So these little journals don't need a whole lot, right? So let's see, we've got 6 sheets of plain tea-dyed paper and just a couple of sheets of this one. We might not even use all this tea-dyed. Let me take a couple out, actually, because I just don't think we need it. Let's do 4 tea-dyed. I'll cut down 1 more sheet of patterned paper. So 4 sheets of that. Let's get 1 more pattern. We can go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know. Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to go. I think we'll be going to the art museum tomorrow here in Austin. They're doing free. All the galleries and museums are doing a free day, so I think we might just go. Sunday fun day and all. Oh, by the way, who was it that told me to get a sticky ruler for this? I looked at them. I didn't get one because I need to figure out how, I don't know how it's going to fill in that gap, but I did look at them. I didn't want to place an order without my trimmer in hand. So I have to figure out which one would be best for this trimmer. Okie dokie. I like a fast journal. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me break this up again. I'm getting confused. So I'm going to separate my papers out again here. Okay, we're doing 4 of the plain sheets, right? And we're doing 3 patterned papers. Yes. Because that way I can alternate them. And my brain likes that. There we go. There's 1. Let's do the next one. Plain paper, pattern paper, pattern, paper plane, paper pattern, paper plane, paper. Our art museum is free on Sundays. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I would go. They get tired of me. Yeah, I've been thinking, honestly, oh, I need to write it down because I've thought of it twice and forgotten it twice. So third time's a charm, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to gift my family a Blanton family membership for 2026 for Christmas. We had so much fun the last time we went there. That's in Austin. That's the kind of the modern art museum on the UT campus. It's like it's crossed my mind and then I've forgotten it. So now it's written down. More likely to remember it. Okay. So let's take this. We're going to fold it in half like so. And then these are just going to go right in there and we're going to sew them in, which is going to then seal this off. And I kind of like, this is different than what I normally do. So we kind of got like this double cover kind of thing going on here, which is cool. And then back here, this can be a pocket. All we have to do is glue that bottom part and then we could put a big tag in the back or something if we wanted to. But yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, and what I made sure to do is to make sure that these are square here. Oh no, Diane had crumbs in her bed. My husband will not let me eat in bed unless I have the plague and I'm in quarantine. No, no, no. There's some places food can't go. Nobody is allowed to take food to their bedrooms in this house unless you're in quarantine. Extreme circumstances only. You know, the man has very few rules or anything that he puts on us. I mean, like, that's the only one I can honestly think of. Oh my goodness. So you won't find me with crumbs in the bed. All right. John, are you going to send Dr. Shrub a birthday card? I'm sure he would love it. Angie, you got, I don't know if Angie's still here, but you got to get Jason to make a card. You have until November 13th. I mean, if you got it in late, that's fine too. But you got some time. Have you finally kicked that bronchitis to the curb, John? It's so nice. Keep it as your rainy day activity. Let's see, I don't have enough of those. Let's just grab regular old paper clips. That's all we need. And what I'm doing is just, I don't have any directional paper. Don't need to worry about that. I'm just making sure I have it about where I want it. And it's even top to bottom here in my cover. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I make it a whole little bigger because I got a big needle. All right. I'm telling you guys, these sell like hotcakes. I don't come home with any. Or if I put them in my shop, they are gone. Like in a matter of a week, you know, they'll be sold out. Can't make them fast enough. I think because people are intrigued by having a little journal or something, but maybe they don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a journal, which, hey, in this day and time, I get it. And if you're just kind of, you know how it is, you go to a fair and you go to an art fair, which is where I sell these kinds of things, is an artist fair, and you see all these different artists and you want a little bit of something, you know, from everybody. Well, maybe that's just me, but it's nice to be able to pick something up. We're gonna have to use this color. I don't know where my other colors are, but it's yellow, so it'll be fine. I'm gonna do 3 lengths. I'm stuck using these scissors until I find mine. What are you doing this weekend, Miss Karen McCoy? Auntie, how you doing? I used to have a shop on Etsy. I have my website, and let me tell you, I'm going to start selling cards and journals and paintings on there. It's bittypenny.com. I stopped doing Etsy because they just were taking too much. They were taking like 40% or something. And I was like, that's too much. I don't want to share that much with them. Especially because I sent most of my business to my shop. I was doing the marketing, the advertising. So I just didn't want to pay that percentage. And then I really didn't like the fact that they like could shut my shop down anytime they decided and all that stuff. Yeah, it was not the platform for me, although it really is the platform for many, and I shop on there. It wasn't the best platform for me to have a shop. Okay, wham bam. Look, you can make a journal just as quickly as you can make a card. Just saying. Exactly, exactly, Karen. You know, but everybody has to decide what's best for them, and, you know, Etsy is probably the best choice for a lot of people for different reasons. And they're not the best choice for me for my reasons. But they're doing fine. They're doing just fine. And I do love shopping on there. Okay. All right. Dunno, dunno. Now, typically, when you're doing this, you would check your pages to make sure you don't have anything upside down or sideways or whatever. But all of my paper that has design on it is non-directional. So I put in 7 sheets of paper, which means there's 28 pages in this. So for a little journal, I think 28 pages is more than enough. See, they're little pocket fun-sized journals. And now when it comes to decorating these, I don't go crazy. I don't go crazy adding things. I decorate a really cute front. This one, in this case, I'm gonna have a double front. Or I can make that a pocket. But I think I'm gonna do a double front just for the fun of it. I've never done that before. And then what I do, and these, because I cut these different than I ever have before, it's going to be kind of fun because I get to do different things than I've ever done before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line of glue right here. And now I've turned that into a pocket. So, you know, someone can stuff something inside here. Let's go ahead. Well, no, I'll do that later. If I decide to put like a thumb hole at the top, we'll see. Okay, so mask making, you do the same thing. You see how I'm doing that? Like, I cut my covers, I cut all my paper, then I sewed both together. Now I'm just step by step doing them in tandem because it's the most efficient way to mask make. So now I've glued down my pockets for the back cover. Alrighty. Now we got to figure out how we want to decorate these. And I keep it simple and I use printables and, you know, but you could use your stamps and basically kind of treat it like a card if you wanted to, if you're a card maker. I like these size because they're basically like an A2 card. That's how big these are. So for all those A2 card makers, you can make a journal too. All right. I think we're going to use a little bit of that. One of these is going to be the focal point. These are the kinds of images that I put on them, and they just sell so fast, you guys. You can make a travel one. You could put birds on it. You can put anything on it you want. You can make them Christmas, Halloween, whatever theme you want. Just like any other journal. You could do steampunk, flowers. I've done these before. I've put those exact images on them before, and those were really, they're gone. Those were good ones. Sorry, I'm going through my printables real quick. Trying to find a specific one. I know I saw it in here. Ooh, I might want that. John. Yes. That's who I was looking for. I will never tire. I'm sorry. Y'all might be over it, but I'm not. And I won't. So we're going to have one Godzilla and one shabby chic. Something for everyone. I need a Godzilla rock band. Oh my gosh. I know. It's wild. I don't even understand it. Okay, I want to use this. I think this and this. Let's just get him out of the way. All right, let's just exercise this muscle for me and John real quick, and then we'll move on to something real pretty. All right. So I keep this simple. and I like do layers and stuff. I've never done it like this, so I don't know how I'm going to do the double cover. I usually would make that a pocket, and maybe I should stick to what I usually do. I don't know. Let's get a funky, I never use these. These are tearing rulers. Let's use a funky tearing ruler. Why not? It's Godzilla approved to use a funky tearing ruler. Okay, let me get a regular ruler. Oh my goodness, you know what? I think my kids made it off with my rulers too. I forgot about that. And the last time they made it off with it, look what came back to me. All right. I can't complain. I have awesome kids. If they want to make it off with my craft supplies, I think that's pretty good. All right. Yeah, I'm going to glue these together because my brain, I don't want to try today. I'll try another day. Today is not a day for trying. I'm just going to turn this into a pocket. You do you, boo, but that's going to be a pocket for me today. I'm not pushing the envelope. Oh, whoops. Afraid that's going to glue my pocket shut. Hold on. I just rub that off real quick. Get a baby wipe. Don't want to glue my pocket shut, and I think that edge goes over. Words for today. You do you, boo. That's right. You were a mess yesterday, Karen. I've been a mess for a week. So if you only were a mess for one day, count yourself lucky. Some people might say I've been a mess for even longer, but we won't talk about that. All right. So what I do with these is I keep it real simple. And I just put a couple of things on the cover to make it cute. And then I'll add a pocket on the inside, like right here. I'll add a pocket on the inside right here. And then I might decorate the center page. That's how simple I make these. Pliers. I don't know where my pliers are, but these will work. We got to fix this glue situation. Can't work in these conditions with a stuck nozzle. You guys, did y'all know Desiree is coming here for World Card Making Day? She sure is. Second year in a row. Who's lucky? This girl. 2 thumbs right here. We're going to have fun. Sorry, This would be best with running water to get it fixed. There it is. That's what I needed. Okay. We're in the money. We're back in business here. There we go. Glue. Okay. Great. Fantastic. I don't know if that's the one that I want. Hold on. I think I want this other guy. Yeah, I really like this guy. I like him so much I have him in different sizes. If y'all don't understand Godzilla, I understand you. I never understood Godzilla. I never liked Godzilla until I watched the movie 1. And then it unchained my heart and I understood. And I've been making Godzilla crafts ever since. Oh, lucky you guys. But hey, look, if you can make Godzilla cards and Godzilla journals, then you can make any kind. And maybe that's the message that you needed to hear today. You can make a journal about anything you want, any theme you want. You can make a card. I mean, that was a thing. Oh, man, when we got Maggie Smith, I was like, this is amazing. I love those wild and unusual prompts and things that really stretch us outside of our comfort zone. So you may never care to make anything related to Godzilla, and I understand that, but just know that you can do anything, any subject you want. Okay. We're going to make this one a little bit masculine, I think. We're going to add a little bit of rusty bits to it. How much do I miss my big scissors? Oh, so much. You guys can have all these little scissors you want. They are laborsome. I mean, sometimes I really need them. And I'm grateful to have them, but I am missing my big scissors today. You know, sometimes you have to let things go to know how much you appreciate them. You do without for a while, you really appreciate something even more. Let's cover up the glue. Jenna, good morning. I look funny using them? Yeah. They don't feel right in my hands, Karen. They're not my bag. I feel funny using them. Yeah, something like that is where we're going with this. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to find something I like that I feel like is appealing, and then I will move on. It's usually easier. Godzilla is going to be a little more of a challenge than if I put flowers or, you know, the ladies. The next one, just hold on tight. The next one you'll probably be able to relate to better, and it'll go quicker. Okay. That's going to help our situation. Oh yeah, that helps. Just have to figure out where I want that. Oh, that's better. There we go. That is so much better. Okay. And then I want to ink blend the folder. Might even just cut that. Cut that to match that edge. So Beth, here we only get 1 day a year of free museum passes, by the way. I know that was a while ago, but still following up on that topic. Which means it's going to be bananas probably tomorrow. I think my son wants to go to the Bob Bullock History Museum. So that's probably the one we'll go to. He likes history a lot. That's his favorite subject. Okay. All right. Pam, what are you doing up? Did you get some sleep last night? Or you just... We're so happy to see you. It's every Sunday? Oh, man. I don't know what I'd do with myself. If I could go to the museum for free every Sunday. It'll be cool to have one of these, you know, a Godzilla, something different than just ladies and flowers and pretty things. Be nice to have a grungy Godzilla little journal on the table. Okay, let's do the rest. So then I'll just put a pocket here. I keep these very simple. Let's use this paper. Remember this one that we used on our card? Let's just use it. I think about probably a 2-inch. It's about all we need. For this pocket, yeah. And then I'm gonna mark it because with this tab part, it's a little longer than the back cover. So I'll cut that there. You know what I like about this trimmer? I feel like I always talk about things I don't. I need to be more positive. I like that you know it's gonna cut on that line right there. I feel like I'm always airing my grievances with my trimmers. You could do this, honestly, before you sew in your signature and just put one strip across. That might be more efficient. All right. We have the pockets. Let's glue them in. And this one has a pocket back here too. Let's pick another paper and cover, or you could use a stencil. We could use a stencil. Now, when it comes to journals that I sell, I like to use a permanent ink. I'm really weird about this. When I'm selling a journal, I want a permanent ink. when I like stencil and stuff. I just don't want people to get a surprise they weren't looking for. Like, depending on what they want to write on their journal in and stuff like that. Like, I don't want the ink reacting and then them having a altered experience that they weren't thinking about. So I like to use a permanent ink, and then they could use, you know, like a watercolor marker or whatever. I think this will go for this journal. I make some areas a little more grungy than others. Yeah, that's cool. That reminds me of like his skin. Ooh. Ah, let's do it to the back. The Smithsonian's are free. That is awesome. Yeah, my husband really wants to go to New York. My daughter really wants to go to New York. And I'm like, well, if we go to New York, we have to go to the Met. You can drop me off at the front. I'll be there. You'll know where to find me. I'll be at the Met. My son's going to the high school dance tonight, and their theme is Met Gala. So we're going to the mall today to pick out an outfit for him to wear to the dance tonight. He was like, "It's okay, Mom. I don't need a whole wardrobe." And I'm like, well, that's a relief. That's a relief. You don't need a whole wardrobe today. Okay, and this is going to be a pocket, so I'm going to glue it on 3 sides. Look at that glue just flowing again. There we go. It's very masculine. I like this. All right, let me move you guys a little bit. I need my circle punch. All righty, we're going to put a thumb hole back here. I don't want to go to the Met Gala. I want to go see the art. This really doesn't want to cut through 2 pieces of file folder. It's like, no, thank you. Persistence. All right. Wow, this is really different, but cool. I like it. Then what I would do next is put maybe a little tag or 2 in the pockets, and that's it. I really keep it that simple. And we just made a journal. We actually made 2. We're going to do the next one. It's not going to be Godzilla, but Godzilla's cool. I kind of want to put something here. Let's find maybe this piece of paper. Yeah. Let's use that. So I'll make it an inch. this. Well, cut it right there. All right. And this is just over 5.5. I think it's about right there. I'm gonna give myself a little extra just to make sure. Yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna kind of bend it, train the paper. Oh, I'm not going, Maddie. Are you kidding me? I can't go to the dance. No way. That's not allowed. Oh, you mean before he goes? Yeah. That I can do. I can take those pictures. I thought you meant at the dance. Oh, no. Mom's not allowed there. Not at all. Okay, we did it. That one's done. Like for me, that's about how far I take decorating these little things. And that's it. And you make a cute little journal. And I just have a whole basket of these on my table. I would like to put some like tickets and little things in here. Oh, I have one sitting right here. But I don't do too many. I just do a few little random things, tuck them in the pockets. That way they know it's a pocket, you know? Because these are a little different, we could put a long ticket tag back here. And I could see putting a label right here, but I don't have one right now. So that one's done. What do you think? Let's do the next one, and then I'll let you go. And if you don't like it, just blame it on John. He's the one that was like, hey, I need a Godzilla card. And that's all the permission I needed. And now I've had him on my brain ever since. Okay, done. That one's done. Let's get the other one out. Let's do something normal, quote unquote normal. And let's pick a lady and some flowers, or a girl. That one says Journey. I like that one. What do y'all think? Ooh, I really like that one too. Let's see. Ooh, that one would be nice. But I want Journey. I like Journey. Now this is printed on that paper that I love so much. It's glitter paper, and I'm never able to show you all the glitter. But it's phenomenal. So when it comes to these little journals, I really like to have cut aparts like this, and I keep it real simple. But if you wanted, you could stamp, die cut, you could do all the things that you want to do on yours. T was saying last night that her kryptonite is straight lines. Might be her scissors. There's the small scissors. Might have something to do with it. Let's see. Do these flowers match her? Yeah, let's grab one of those. This is all Sweet Pea Curiosities that I'm using right now. Whoa. She has a mixed media flowers that I adore. It's a must have, honestly, her mixed media flowers. And then this other one, oh, what was it called? I can't remember. I have another video where I shared makes from it. It's not Ophelia. It's something different, I think. I don't remember what it's called. I don't commit to memorizing things like that. Breathe. What's normal in crafting, Flo? Around here, chaos and calamity and adventure. I mean, she's got a lot of orange and this has a lot of pink, but I think it'll work. I think those two will work just fine together. And look, we could still use this industrial. I have a piece right here. Same industrial vibe will still work with this quite nicely, actually. I wish it was longer, so let's pull this piece in. I don't like it being shorter than the journal. All right. Ooh, I know what we're going to stick in these. I got an idea of something quick and pretty. Where is my metal ruler? Do y'all see it anywhere? Where did that go? Where did I put that? How did it disappear on me? There it is. I found it. It's with all my other rulers. Okay. Hey, I'm almost done, so you can get ready. Did y'all hear that? All right. All right. I think that's how we're going to do it, and that will address the edge too. So let me pick out a paper to go on the back. I think this is pretty. Let's do this one. And I'm seriously just not going to measure today. It's not in the cards. So just kind of eyeball things. I guess Biddy forgot. She said she's going to make a bead jar. Oh, yeah, no. You know what happened with that? I mean, I thought it was a great idea. I just didn't want to try to find the supplies because at the first of the stream, I was really struggling to find things and I exhausted that part of myself. So I couldn't commit to bees because then, you know, I'd have to find all the bee themed things and I don't want to do that. I already had to try to find hexagons today and that wore me out. It just wore me out. Quick. It's so odd to catch one of your lives after I wake up instead of before I'm going to sleep. Yeah, Pam, exactly. I was like, wait, what's going on with Pam? She's usually saying good night after a long night of crafting. But you're awake. I'm so glad you're here. We made a card, Pam. And then we pivoted into journal making real quick. But these are the size of an A2 card. So there you have it. And I have left my glue open once again. Okay, let's glue this down to the back. Gosh, this seems really wide. Why does this seem so wide? I don't know. We're about to find out. Oh, it's fine. It's roughly the size of an A2 card. Okay. And now this part can fold over, you see? So that's going to go that way. Before I glue this down, let me go ahead and hit this with Distress. Look, because I can't be here all day, and y'all can't either, I'm going to make this a pocket too. We will revisit these another time where I turn this into like a double cover of sorts. I'm just not doing any mental calisthenics today. My brain is on vacation. My brain wants to be a couch potato. I think these will work. I don't think yeah, I made it so that they wouldn't close my pocket. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Unless that phrase is trademarked, and then in that case, sorry. I feel like everything's trademarked. There we go. Okie dokie. And then we're going to put this on here. And I mean, this is literally how simple I keep this stuff, you guys. For these little inexpensive little journals. Don't go making it more complicated than it needs to be. And I'm talking to myself. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I exhausted myself, Yolande, looking for hexagons for my craft roulette card. And I was like, oh, I don't have any more in me. There's no more search left. All right. Next, we're going to add the inside pockets. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill my pockets real quick. Because I think it's a good idea if you're making a bunch of these. And I wish you could see how much she shines, but you can't. I'm going to have to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to figure out a way to go outside and film this glitter paper outside in the natural light. And then I think y'all will be able to see what my eyeball sees. All the glitter that my eyeball sees. Okay, so see, that's a little like tuck pocket now because I glued the bottom. All right, next, this is good. Like the back cover a lot. I will never get my circle punch through that situation now. So let's see if I can find a smaller circle. I kind of need to re-up on my punches, on my circle punches. I don't have too many. And I think I threw one out. Boy, I'm mangling this thing. There we go. There. That'll indicate to him like, hey, this is a pocket. Okay. And can you do a thumb? Oh, it was covered, so I couldn't see it. You're not sure how that happened, Pam? You don't even know? Your whole schedule's flipped. It happens. Look, I'm sensitive about my sleep. And I treasure it. It's 100% necessary for me to get my sleep, or I'm a mess, and I've been that way my whole life. My mother will testify to the fact. I know y'all want my mom to come on, but I'm trying not to get canceled, okay? She's a wild card. I don't know what she's going to say or do. All right. There we go. We have a pocket. That's a chunky little pocket. I like it. And I'm just going to leave the file folder showing. And let's make another chunky little pocket back here. Could also do stamping. Right? She doesn't curse. She's just, you just don't know what she's going to say. I don't know what she would talk about or how she would respond. All right. Which would make for great entertainment for you guys. I get it. But I would be sweating bullets the whole time. She's a perfectly wonderful person. She really is. I make her out to be. But she's unpredictable. Where, you know, hello. So that page is a little wrinkled because I tea-dyed it, and that's okay too. This is the journal. Now let's put something, so that's the way that one turned out. Just don't be too persnickety with your covers, but just, you know, I like to just add a couple of layers, keep it simple. Now, last thing, just real quick, like, oh, let me show y'all something I got. I can't show y'all hauls because, quite frankly, I'm ashamed. But anyways, I did pick this up recently. Okay, it's from Elizabeth Crafts, and it's Planner Essential Dies. These are so cool. Do they have an example? Oh, they have the examples on the back. Look at these. So you can put, like, you know, sentiments or whatever along the side of your card in a vertical format, and you could tab your journal with these. You know, you could, alphabetize, you could spell a word, you could put it, I just think it's the coolest thing. So if we had all the time in the world, I might actually add these. But I don't. I don't have the time for it today, but I did pick these up. I got these from Simon Says Stamp. I don't know where else you could find them. They're Elizabeth Craft Designs. They're Planner Essential Dies, and these are called Alphabet Tabs. 1986 Alphabet Tabs. Well, I just think they're the coolest thing. I love them. You get the whole alphabet plus some symbols and then 3 plain ones. Are those not rad? Look at those examples. Oh, so cool. Okay, but I digress. We're gonna use this folder and we're gonna use some scraps if I can find them. I might have to go grab a handful of scraps. Let's see. We've got this one. We've got this one. This will work. I'm going to pop these in here. I'm just going to pop them both in there. Not be too picky. All right, and I'm going to emboss this. And then I'm going to cut it into tag shapes, and that's what I'm going to use as my filler for these little journals. And we'll call it a day here. I have to take my kids shopping. I know. Pray for me. Good thing we can go to the museum for free tomorrow. Okay. I've misplaced something that I need. No surprise there. Oh my gosh. The searching of this live is next level. Okay, let me just try this without it. Let's tighten it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, that worked fine. Okay, and so now I have like these embossed. So pretty. This is Tim's latest. Yeah, this came from Simon Says Stamp too. I don't remember what it's called. Adorned or something. I don't know. It's brilliant, though. And it's the big one so that I can emboss my whole card base and all that. And I can be a 5x7 card maker with embossed folders. Okay, let's take this little bit off here. This unruly bit. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. I'm going to cut it in half. Or maybe even cut it in thirds. Yeah. And all I'm doing is just making a couple of interesting little kind of tags. Could be like a bookmark. Just something to fill those little pockets. The name of the game here is not to spend too much time on these if you're just like trying to make a bunch of them. See, and just like that, we have like a little embossed tag. No dies needed. Just cut whatever you want, however you want your tag to look. Take that piece, flip it over, on the other side. Cut along the line, and you'll have a symmetrical tag. There we go. Cool. Got 4 little tags. I just think these will be a fun way to kind of fill these pockets. And we could fill them with other things too, but I think this is a good quick way. It was an idea that popped in my head and we went for it. I know those are the same pattern. It's okay. Pop one back here, and that's it. They're done. Sell them for $5 or $6, whatever you want. $7 is probably even better and completely fair. Sell them for $7 each. You can make these all day long, and I'm telling you, you will sell them all day long if you do that sort of thing. Not everyone does craft fairs or cares about that, but here's the thing, like maybe you craft for a bunch of people, like maybe you have a book club or a church group, or I don't know, a sewing circle, a card making group. The thing is you can look at some of these projects like this that we put in our craft fairs, and you can make that for your friends is the point. If Christmas has a low budget this year, you can make these kinds of things for your family, make them as gifts, make them for friends, whatever. They're a whole lot of fun. And, you know, there's a lot of journaling space in here. That's just 7 sheets of paper. To make both of these journals, we use 7 sheets of paper. So, you know, you don't even need a whole lot. Bye, Flo. Love you, girl. Have fun in Florida. Let me show you the card we made at the beginning. This is my craft roulette card, which has been submitted. So yay. Oh, I'm glad y'all had fun. So that's that. That's the card. I did get my sentiment wonky, but that's okay. The rest are straight. I really like the way this turned out. I wasn't sure most of the time that I was making that background, but that little cutie really sells it for me, of course. But yeah, I don't make very many square cards, so that's cool. And then 2 journals, Godzilla and Journey. That's her name. Got pockets galore, pages, real simple stuff. You could put something back here in these pockets, but you don't have to. They'll figure it out. Pocket there. Lots of pockets, plenty of pages. It's all sewn together, so it's nice and sturdy. And that's it. That's what I got for you guys. You know, I have really been needing to make more of these, so I'm glad we did that together. Thanks, Carrie. Aw, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. It's so wonderful spending time with you all. Sweet dreams, Diane. Sweet dreams, my dear. I'm going to have to figure out when I can craft with you. Our schedules are weird, you and I. I have to get you on the early morning I have to just figure that out. But I love you guys. Oh, thanks, Esther. Thanks, Zane. Golly, Zane, first one here, first one. You're still here? All y'all are still here? Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you got some inspiration one way or another. That you have a fun, crafty weekend or a weekend at the museum. Hi, Allison. Thanks. I appreciate you guys. Miss Debbie J. I was talking about you way earlier in the stream. about that 8 track. And how you pointed out that it's been 2 years since I've had it and I haven't made that project yet. I need that accountability. Thank you very much. All right, guys, y'all have a super awesome weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday. All right. Bye, everybody.